When your boy FJ was in high school, I was taking this social studies class where one day the teacher thought he would teach us a lesson about life. So our sagely teacher told us, all right, turn to the person next to you. This is your partner for this exercise. Now, put your elbow on the desk and take each other's hands like that. Now, the point of this game that we're about to play is to get as many points as possible. And you get a point when the back of your hand, when the back of either of your hands touches the desk. The person next to me was this girl who was like 5 foot tall and maybe 80 pounds. She was not muscular, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm like, okay, I got this. I get there, her hand in mine, I'm sweating from, a girl touching me. And then the teacher says, okay, go. So then everyone in the class with their partner is like, doing an arm wrestling thing, right? I started to realize I might lose to this girl. I'm really struggling to get any traction here. Then I had a thought. I was like, aha, wait a second. The teacher didn't say anything about you need to beat the other person. He just says the point of the game is to get as many points as possible. So I was like, wait a second, little girl. What if we just stop fighting each other and just go back and forth, touching our hands to the desk? She was like, oh, okay, I'm beating you, but okay. So then we just went back and forth on the desk, and the teacher said, aha, your boy FJ just figured it out. You dummies, you've been doing this all wrong. Frank is the smartest one in the room right now. And he was like, I never said anything about you being opponents. I just said you're partners, and the point is to get the most points. And we just naturally fill into the equation that this person is my opponent, that they're my adversary, that I've got to beat them. It's just something that's in our mind, that we enter into things competitively when they may not be intended to be competitive. So that got me thinking over the last 40 years since I've been out of high school about how we go into many interactions in everyday life as if it's some kind of competition, as if the other people that we come across in our lives are at some level our adversary. Even if we don't consciously go into it thinking that, a lot of times we go into interactions trying to win and not lose, and we are subconsciously aiming so that the other person loses. Before we continue, let's support this channel and see if YouTube would like to show a quick commercial. What I want to suggest to you is to bring attention to the places in life where you may have treated other people as an adversary when there's no reason why you can't both win. It's losing sight of the whole purpose of life if you go into everything thinking there are winners and losers, and I gotta win. For instance, I've looked at some YouTube videos about sales. People like Dan Locke, people like Gary Vaynerchuk, talking about how to be a good salesperson. And one of the things that they talk about is you can't go into a sale thinking I've got to win. Like if I make this sale, I win and the customer loses. And if they don't buy what I'm selling, then I've lost and they've won. It totally defeats the purpose. Now, certainly there are salespeople out there, you've met them, who are very pushy and aggressive. And you can tell they just want to make the sale. They don't care if you need the product or the service. They just want the money in their pocket. And I guess, can you blame people in the economy that we're in when they just get a job, they don't really care, they're just trying to sell some stuff. But if you really want to be a good salesman, what these people who have been very successful say is you have to look at it like a win-win scenario. Like, I want to sell you something because you want it. I'm not trying to convince you that you need it. I'm not trying to win one over on you. I want to make sure that the thing that I'm giving you, that I'm getting money for, is a good exchange for both of us. Because even if you are pushy and you're just trying to win, You might get a lot of sales. You might sell to a bunch of dum-dums who just buy it because you talked them into it. But if they didn't want it and they've lost, that's not building a good customer base. You know, this person might even come back and try to return the thing you sold them. Or they might say, I'm never coming back here ever again. Let's look at another situation in life. Let's say you're at a coffee shop and you see an attractive person and you're like, I want to go talk to that boy or girl, introduce myself, chat them up, maybe get their number. If you go into this in a kind of weird adversarial way, like I think a lot of us do without realizing it, it's sort of like, I need to win. I need to get this person's number, and if I don't get it, I will have lost and they will have won. Well, of course, that's not a great way to go about it. If you go into it more like, I want us both to have a good time in this interaction, and maybe if a phone number comes out of it, then we will have both won. But maybe this person isn't interested in me. It doesn't mean I lost. It doesn't mean that this person has won. It just means that it wasn't mutually beneficial for either of us. It goes further, I think, when we look around at other people and we think everyone else is winning at life, and therefore we must be losing because we're not winning as much as they are. Say, for example, our neighbor gets a raise and they're buying a bunch of cool stuff that we don't have. It's easy to then look at the things we have and compare it and be like, I am losing and this person is winning. But of course, their success has nothing to do with you. When you look at the world in this way, in terms of win-lose, like if someone else is winning, I'm losing, vice versa, it's what you would call a scarcity mindset, where it's like we both can't win, one of us has to win, the other person has to lose. And it creates a lot of unnecessary tension in life, and it causes a lot of, I think, unnecessary work and puts us in a bad mental position where we're like in a scramble to try to get ours, to try to get as much as we can, to try to win one over on people. And maybe in the short term, when you're just looking at the thing that you're trying to win, to obtain, the money, the phone number, that new car, the promotion, when your eye is on just that thing, maybe you'll get it, but you will have lost sight of the grander scheme of things, which is we should all be kind of looking out for each other. If you look at the other side of it, if you're living in a more abundant mindset, as the self-help people say, you're not really going to look at things so much as, I got to win this or else I'm going to lose it in any interaction in life, because you know that there are many others coming along, and if someone else wins this round, cool, good for them. That means that maybe they can help me next round win something. Because when people around us are built up, that's better than if we're the king on the mountain and everyone else has been losing the whole time. In sports, it makes sense. We gotta win. We gotta win the World Series. We gotta win the Stanley Cup, because only one team can win and everyone else is a loser. But life isn't sports. When we drop the adversarial attitude that we have in a lot of areas of life without realizing it, suddenly we can build everyone up around us and we can feel more free to succeed, even if in the short term maybe we're not getting all the things that we think we should be getting. It really can open up your mind to see all the opportunities that are there. Maybe you don't get one opportunity, but there are others. And it's good when other people are getting the opportunities that maybe you wanted, because it's not a closed system. It's not a zero-sum game. Maybe I'm looking at things a bit too optimistically. Maybe you have had an experience where you lost out on something and you're like, no, I lost, someone else won. You know, someone else got the job I wanted, but that doesn't mean that there aren't other opportunities for you. Someone else got the girl that I had my eyes on. Well, there are many other people out there. There are many more opportunities, and you should be happy for the people who won that situation, because it's not like you're a perpetual loser from now on. It just means that you're opened up to the other opportunities that are available. It means that you and the other people in your life can win without embarrassing yourself by getting beat by a small girl, like I almost was. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to watch some more videos, click or tap the screen over here. Smash like, subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time, stay cool and attractive.